Hello, my name's Cody. I'm here today to help my wife Darlene review the Nulksen car air compressor. We're here today to review it, to check it out, see if it's worth anything, to see if it's something that you should buy. I know as myself, I'm always traveling, I'm always on the road, so I want to make sure I have something that, hey, if my tire goes flat, or if somebody else's tire goes flat, I have the ability to help them with the miniature air compressor. Now, this air compressor itself actually runs off of a 12 volt, so you plug that directly into your 12 volt, or some people still call it today the cigarette lighter. It's got about a 19-inch air compressor line and multiple attachments, which I'll go to that in just a minute. And then also the cord itself for this 12 volt adapter is about 9 feet long. So for example, if I'm gonna be working with my van, it's not necessarily gonna work on all areas of the van, but it could definitely get my front tires, or if I have any adapters, which some cars do in the back for a 12 volt, you can definitely air up your tires that way. So this item, just for some product specifications, so it comes with, it's a 12 volt DC, as I mentioned earlier. The power is going to be 120 watts. The max pressure for this unit is going to be 120 PSI, 120 pounds per square inch. And it comes with a few adapters, as I mentioned. What's nice is just in case if the 12 volt goes out on you, you actually have a fuse. Sometimes you have to replace those fuses if you're familiar with the 12 volt cigarette lighter there. And then also it comes with a adapter for balloons. If you want to blow up any balloons, that actually makes it a lot easier. You actually have an adapter for airing up footballs, basketballs. I actually got one today. We'll be going ahead and trying that out. And then the last one you have here is like blowing up, air mattresses or donuts or tubes or whatever you might be working with. So we got some good adapters today, but the one thing I don't want to do is just talk about the product and say, this is what it looks like. Obviously it comes with a flashlight. It's got a bunch of cool features. What I want to do is put it to the test, right? I don't just want to blow hot air, pun intended. I want to make sure that we can put this item to the test. And so that's what I've come here to do today. So let's go ahead and put it to the test. Okay, so first things first, what I want to put to the test, very first, obviously, I have this for one purpose, and that's for car tires, right? The balloons is a cool idea, the air mattresses, the tubes, everything else, great idea. But what I need this specifically for is it's a portable air compressor for my tires. So first things first, I went ahead and let some air out of my tire on my van, and I would just want to see if it works. So actually right now, if you can kind of come up closer, Darlene, and check this out. So right now on my van, just to get my air pressure, so I'm about at 50 pounds right now. If you look within your door of any vehicle, it's going to tell you right inside the door, and it's always good to check. Mine says 52 pounds of pressure that's going to be needed in the front tire. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. The way that this is going to work is we're going to plug this into a 12 volt. As soon as you plug it in, on this digital display, there's going to be a digital display here, and what you're going to do is you're actually going to power the unit on. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then once you power it on, you're actually going to come to PSI, and then you're going to pick how much weight. So my inside of my door says 52 pounds of pressure. So it's at 50 right now, so I went ahead and let some air out, and I'm going to set it up to 54 pounds of pressure. So hopefully what's going to happen is it's going to pump up my tire to 54 pounds of pressure, and then we'll be able to inspect that and see if it actually did what it said it can do. Again, this unit says it can pump up to 120 pounds of pressure, so we'll test it out. All right, so first things first, we want to go ahead and find our plug. We'll go ahead and plug this in here. You'll see it starts to come on. It actually starts off at 0. So what we're going to do, it's already on PSI. So I actually have it set right now to 54 pounds of pressure. So I'm going to kind of shut that just a little bit, not on the wire. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to set it up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so right now it's at 49 pounds, 51 pounds of pressure. I set it to 54 pounds of pressure. So we're just gonna let it go and see if it airs it up. Okay, so right now it's at 54 pounds of pressure, at least it says it is. So what we're gonna do, it took a little bit of time, but 4 pounds of pressure that I didn't have to go to a gas station or anything like that. It's nice to have. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and I have my gauge right here. We're gonna test how much actual pressure that we have in it. Again, this is supposed to be set at 52 pounds of pressure, according to the manufacturer's spec. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna see if this thing actually aired it up. So we'll go ahead and take this off. So before, if you recall, it was actually at 50 pounds. Now let's go ahead and test. We are at 55 pounds of pressure. So it aired it up, so that's a good test. Good test to know it works on car tires. All right, so next I want to try the balloon attachment, right? Like I said, what is this thing worth if you can't test it, right? I want to give you an honest review here. So obviously we have the balloon attachment. I went ahead and put the balloon on there. I would only assume that if it can air up a car tire, I'm sure it can air up a balloon, no problem, right? But like I said, I want to make sure that this thing's not just full of hot air, right? Pun intended. So we're going to go ahead and set it up, and the way that you're going to do this is that you're going to put it inside the regular attachment. This does not come off, and you want to go ahead and lock that in. Now, have the pressure set for 54 pounds still, so we'll see what happens to this. See if it can air this puppy up. Okay, great. Blew it off. Maybe too much pressure. Let's go ahead and try it again. I'll go ahead and hold it this time. Here we go. It can air up a balloon. Look at that. Okay, so here's a real scenario. You're out playing with your kids, they want to go to the park, see a bunch of people playing basketball, you want to get in on the action, but they need a ball. And you have a ball, but the problem is the ball's flat. It comes with one of these attachments. Obviously pull this out, go ahead and insert this attachment in just like you would. Okay. Go ahead. So now let's see if we can air up a ball. Now you're ready to play. So, air up your basketball, air up your balloons, most importantly, air up your car tire. The reason why I like this product is simply because it's portable, hence I can take it anywhere I want to with me, and it can help me out if I'm in a bad situation. So definitely recommend this product. We'll have some information down in the description box below, and thanks for tuning in today.